So, welcome back to more Mega Man 4, and it's time to begin the second half of the game. And this is pretty straightforward. You just had the 4 robot masters guarding the castle. So we're gonna go with Charge Man first. And you can really do these in any order you want, but I just think I'd rather get Charge Man out of the way now. But yeah, Charge Man stage is actually kinda long for, a Mega Man 5 stage. But either way, it's basically the same format, except there's a lot more tricky jumps that you have to deal with. I think I want to make this before I get hit by that train. And yeah, the biggest problem with this place is that the jumps in this game are going to be a lot trickier, and especially with those ones where you have to jump on the platform or you land on spikes. And that's going to cause me a lot of problems, no doubt. So let's see, what I wanted to talk about today was LPers I look up to, and I guess why I look up to them. And I guess one main influence that, inspired me to do Let's Playing happened to be Bryself and Round the Wheel. And the reason I did enjoy watching those guys is that they enjoy being informative and funny at the same time. And also I just identify well with those kind of people. And the thing with Round the Wheel that makes him one of the LPers I look up to is that he insists on, not only being straightforward and also being informative, but also being insightful in the sense that he does make you think about games differently. And that's one thing I have wanted to do with my Let's Plays, and end up getting hit there like a fool. So yeah, that is one thing I wanted to do, was make sure I end up getting people who end up watching my videos to think about things in a different way. And for the most part, I think I've done a decent job of doing that. And there are some things I can do better at. Yeah, that did not go as well as I wanted that to. And yeah, I'm showing off Beat here just because I don't want to forget about him. But yeah, Beat does make this place a lot easier. Except when he doesn't want to shoot the enemy. So instead, what I'm gonna do here is just bypass this section. And that involves getting hit, unfortunately. Okay, I am actually gonna die if I keep playing stupidly. Yeah, I need to stop playing stupidly. Let's see, just gotta make this jump. And another Let's Player that I have gotten into recently, besides the ones I've talked about, were the Super Gaming Brothers, and that is also part of a different subject about Let's Players that were already popular at something else before doing Let's Playing. And see, that's one of the other things I like about this game is that there's a lot of hidden stuff you get to look forward to. And I actually did not notice that in my practice run. But yeah, getting back to Some Call Me Johnny and the Super Gaming Brothers. Well, the reason that they work out so well is that, well, they're just really funny. And that's one thing that you can get away with not being that good at a game as long as you're entertaining and funny. And unfortunately, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but hopefully I do make up for it with skill, and also hopefully I do make up for it with the fact that you actually learn something by watching my videos. Such as if you get 4 of those small energy tanks, you end up getting 1 whole E-tank. So that's always good. Okay, let's not make that mistake again. Then can I actually make this? Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna farm on these eggs for a little bit, so I'll just see it when I'm done. Okay, so where was I? Let's see, getting back to why I do enjoy watching the Super Gaming Brothers is that they are not only extremely entertaining, they also do a good job in showing off some newer games, and also do a good job of showing off some older games pretty well. And what makes them so great is that they have one person playing the game and then the other 2 do most of the talking, which I think is one thing that really works when it comes to Let's Playing. Because as you no doubt see, I end up committing some pretty bad screw-ups whenever I'm talking. So, oh damn it, thought that hit him. But anyway, yeah, unfortunately, since they are playing live, they are gonna screw up, so that is gonna be part of the game. But they more than make up for it by being extremely entertaining. And speaking of other Let's Players I look up to, let's see, Bryself also does manage to put together being very informative about the game and being very good at the game. So let's just take you out. And then other Let's Players like, let's see, Peacock, he's also extremely entertaining and off the wall, but at the same time he doesn't really say much about the game, but that doesn't really matter considering his personality. He doesn't really have to. And also considering the stuff he plays, he doesn't really have to say much about the game. It's pretty self-explanatory. But one thing I do enjoy about Nintendo Capri Sun's style is that... One thing I do enjoy about Nintendo Capri Sun's style is that he is extremely casual when it comes to doing the Let's Play of his game. It's that his style is just so natural and it flows so well that, you know, it's almost as if he's not trying to impress anyone, or he's not trying too hard, but he still gets the job done. Let's see, what I want to do is I want to save up for this S-Tank. But at the same time, unfortunately, I'm going to have to get about 22 more P-chips. And one thing I did forget to mention with this second half of the game is that you do have to collect Wily tokens, and basically that's just W-I-L-N-Y. Pretty similar to the beat tokens, except these are actually mandatory in order to get to the last level of the game. Let's see, with Crystal Man stage, what you want to do is, let's see, I do have to shoot this thing. Except I'm not in proper range for it. Yeah, because if you shoot it one way, it goes that way. So that's just something to know. But since I got the Rush Jet, that's gonna make Crystal Man stage a lot easier. And we already got 2 of those. So let's just, alright, let's just go through this thing, and Crystal Man stage, for the most part, remains intact. There is one big gimmick that's gonna be pretty tough to deal with, but I think with the Rush Jet it's gonna make things easier. Well, let's see, other Let's Players I do enjoy include Proton John and Psychedelic Eyeball. And I do like Psychedelic Eyeball's style because he does have a way with words. He's also very entertaining when it comes to, you know, what games he plays, and he's also very calm with some of those games. But he can also do all sorts of different things, like that one blog he started with, like, Baker something or other, where he's like making fun of stuff. He's actually really good when it comes to making fun of things, but I don't really know how he got so good at that stuff. Like, I think one video I watch over and over again is him making fun of something or other in that Super Mario Brothers video, where he like died twice on the first level or something. And then the audio is really terrible, and also the gameplay is terrible too. And then he'll even tell you he doesn't even remember what he was making fun of there. But it's something he just watches, or that makes me watch it over and over again. But yeah, it's the other, I think a Let's Player style that I can, I guess, take after would probably have to be Super Genius. And what makes Super Genius, or the reason why I say that is that Super Genius's style is more that he can be, I guess, entertaining without having to be too off the wall. And even though you wouldn't know that based off of the Battletoads race, but Super Genius does have a very calm style. And unfortunately, I don't really know if it's in my personality to be, I don't know, I guess too over the top with everything, but at the same time, I feel like I can do some things differently in order to be a shit, in order to be a more effective Let's Player. One thing I can do better is make that jump. Well, fortunately, I did start right back here, so there are no jump cuts necessary. Let's just take this guy out. And one other guy I did forget to mention was Clement. And what I do like about his style is that he is very straightforward. But see, since he does post commentary for his videos, it's gonna be a little bit trickier to, you know, emulate his style. But at the same time, he's also one of those guys that can be entertaining without having to be too off the wall. Okay, you know what I want to do? Let's just make this easy. Yes, cheesing. And as you all know, I am not above that. I think I just put myself in a bad spot. Okay, yeah, I definitely did put myself in a bad spot. Fortunately, I was able to, deal with it, though. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this, because I don't want to run into any crystals. And just like so. And yeah, cheap, definitely, but necessary. Okay, yeah, let's refill that. And unfortunately, I missed that life. That makes me kinda sad. But see, yeah, that's one thing I do need to work on too, is that sometimes during the... I'm kinda more in spurts, and sometimes I can sound like I'm just bored while playing the game, and that's really one of the worst things you can do when it comes to Let's Playing. Is that... you do want to make the game look like it's fun, and you do want to... oh, damn it. You do want to get other people to kind of play this kind of stuff, and unfortunately you're just not going to do that when you sound bored. And unfortunately that's just something really ingrained into my speaking, which is something, or one reason I got into Let's Playing in the first place, is to fix it. And I gotta run here. Let's just do this the easy way. Yeah, see, that was a gimmick I was talking about, that is gonna be a pain without the rush jet. But fortunately, I was able to deal with it. So let's just get going here. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Just do this the easy way, why not? Okay, so I just gotta make this fall. Fortunately, this part's not too tough with a rush. Okay, yeah, that could have been a disaster. I gotta wait for this thing. Let's see, how do I deal with this? Okay, that did not work as well as I wanted that to. So let's just get going here. I think there are gonna be more falling crystals here, so okay. Let's just do this the easy way again. And that is one thing I do like about the power-ups in this game, is that they do a much better job of situating them to fit the level design of this game much better than they did in 4 and 5 for the NES. And yeah, I did cheese the hell out of that level, but at the same time I did die a ton here during the practice runs. And then I think some of that else was also some of my own incompetence. But at the same time, that's why they're called practice runs. Okay, can you die now? Thank you. Okay, good. We are done with Crystal Man, and those are our 2 bosses for the day. And the weapon we get is pretty much the same. The Crystal Eye is going to just be a big shot, and then whenever it hits a wall, it's going to scatter into 3 other crystals. Which I find is actually really useful in Mega Man 5, but unfortunately it's not really utilized all that well. Let's see if I have enough money for that. Okay, good, I do. Okay, I want to get this S-Tank. It refills everything. So that's definitely something we want to do. And one thing I forgot to mention is with this power-up, all my weapons get recharged immediately, and since they don't get recharged between stages, this is something that you might want to do near the end of the game. Or you could just go to Charge Man stage and farm, but then again, that stage is kind of tough. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and call the video, so join me next time as we take out the remaining Robot Masters. I'll see you then.